Welcome to the NewsX World Explainer series. I'm Asuma Kataoka. We begin today with a growing trade firestorm between the United States and Brazil. The flashpoint may be friendships involving former President Bolsonaro and U.S. President Donald Trump.
Agora mandou o filho dele sair de deputado federal e para Washington pedir para que o presidente Trump intervenha no Brasil. É uma vergonha. Isso é uma falta de caráter. É falta de coragem.
Their politics, personal alliances, and economic retaliation are all colliding. Tensions erupted after President Trump imposed a stunning 50% tariff on Brazilian imports, one of the highest percentage of tariffs imposed in South America and across the globe, sparking fury in Brasilia and raising the specter of the full-blown trade war. Brazilian President Lula da Silva fired back hard, calling the move unacceptable, blackmail, and declaring, "I won't take orders from a foreigner," clearly hinting at President Donald Trump.
President Bolsonaro is a good man. I've gotten to know a lot of prime ministers and presidents and kings and queens, and I know him, and I'm pretty good at this. President Bolsonaro is not a dishonest man. He loves the people of Brazil. He fought hard for the people of Brazil. He negotiated trade deals against me for the people of Brazil, and he was very tough. And he was tough because he wanted to do a good deal for his country. He was not a dishonest man. And I believe it's a witch hunt, and it shouldn't be happening. And it's not that I know him that, look, he's not like a friend of mine. He's somebody that I know. And I know him as a representative of millions of people, Brazilians. They're great people. And he loves the country, and he fought hard for those people, and they want to put him in jail. And I think that's a witch hunt, and I think it's very unfortunate. And nobody's happy with what Brazil is doing because Bolsonaro was a respected president.
Meanwhile, the terrorists target strategic sectors like copper, aviation, and banking, and they come as Trump rallies behind his close ally Bolsonaro, who is currently on trial for allegedly plotting a coup to overturn his 2022 election loss to current Brazilian President Lula da Silva. President Trump claims the tariffs are about national security, but his administration has openly linked them to Bolsonaro's trial. Even Bolsonaro's inner circle admits the move caught them off guard. Then came Monday's shocking development. Brazil's Supreme Court, led by Justice Alexandre de Moraes, who has been sanctioned by the U.S., ordered Bolsonaro under house arrest for violating a court-imposed social media ban. The trigger being his allies shared a video of a call with his son Flavio at a rally, defying a strict gag order. Justice de Moraes, furious, declared the court will not be treated like a fool by a defendant with political and economic power. Police seized multiple phones from Bolsonaro's home. He is now banned from visitors, communications, and social media, except his lawyers. If he violates orders again, jail may follow. Bolsonaro, who ruled from 2019 to 2022, faces a potential 40-year prison sentence if convicted of conspiring to overturn the election, a plan prosecutors say failed only because the military stayed out.
The Supreme Court in Brazil is not really a Supreme Court. It is a political party.
His supporters stormed Brazil's Congress in January 2023, in scenes reminiscent of the 2021 U.S. Capitol riots. Washington has come out swinging, revoking visas, sanctioning Justice de Moraes, freezing his U.S. assets, and accusing Brazil of conducting a political witch hunt. The State Department's Bureau for Western Hemisphere Affairs even posted, "Let Bolsonaro speak." The move infuriated many in Brazil, but energized Bolsonaro's base.
As tarifas não foi culpa do Bolsonaro, as tarifas foi culpa do Lula, que o Lula que vem provocando o Donald Trump há muito tempo, né?
At weekend rallies in Rio, Brasilia, and Sao Paulo, protesters waved American flags and held signs reading "Thank you, Trump." Though Bolsonaro himself was absent, confined to his residence under court orders, his presence loomed large.
Não fico preocupada não, porque o que ele está fazendo é pro bem do Brasil, não é pro mal.
In response, President Lula da Silva warned if Washington charges 50, Brazil will charge 50.
A responsabilidade é todo o empenho em rever essa questão. Primeiro, porque ela é totalmente inadequada. O Brasil não tem superávit com os Estados Unidos. Aliás, o plano.
Se quiserem negociar, nós queremos negociar. Nós temos os melhores negociadores do mundo. Se quiser sentar numa mesa para conversar, nós estamos sentados, até porque minha vida...
Still, he says he remains open to talks if they come without pressure. Interestingly, the political turmoil may be boosting Lula da Silva's standing at home. A new poll shows his approval rating has climbed to 43% since the tariff standoff began.
Hoje nós estamos aqui com outras unidades do campo classista de luta para dizer que o Brasil é dos brasileiros e das brasileiras. Não aceitaremos que o imperialismo norte-americano siga ditando como a política brasileira deve se dirigir. Nós temos que defender a soberania nacional e todo o nosso patrimônio, seja ele de florestas, seja o nosso patrimônio cultural, é nosso e precisa ser usufruído pelos brasileiros e brasileiras.
This is not just a trade issue, it's a high-stakes collision of politics, power, friendship, and pride, and its ripple effects may be global. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned with NewsX World for more news updates and analysis.